Hey, it's Bill from the Pennsylvania Rock Show. PARockShow.com, MegaRockRadio.net, 107.1 FM, St. Louis, Missouri, AltRockRadio.ca, RootarooRadio.com, BillDescene.com, and XRPRadio.co.uk. This is episode number 525. With me tonight are Brutalitus. Did I say that right?
You said it correct, sir. Yes.
And Bovice from Dethlehem.
Yeah.
Recently released a quest. Maelstrom of the Emerald Dragon. And the questions are going to kind of follow along with that theme for a little while.
What theme are you talking about here? I don't know.
Well, if I could say the name of the realm, I would go with it, but
GHORUSALEM.
Yes, that one.
Yes.
Hometown.
So famously, the band Kiss put out an ad looking for a guitarist. And the ad was titled Lead Guitarist Wanted with Flash and Ability. Album out shortly. No time wasters, please. Last week, Colt Headwind became level 2 and joined the Warriors of Dethlehem.
He did, yeah. He got power level to level 2 right at the end of our journey there, and he's part of the party now.
So my question is, what would an ad looking for a new warrior look like? I mean, I have some gauntlets here, and I have an amulet of Ra. Does that at least get me in the door?
I think, yeah, at the very least you get it, an interview. We'll screen you, and we'll see if we have some synergy, and then we'll kind of go from there. It also depends on your class a little bit. I think we're pretty like DPS heavy. We don't have a lot of heals. It's just Paladin Bovice really with the heals, but luckily, we can take a whole lot of damage, so usually we're not using them too much.
It should probably be noted that I don't know how to play anything. So
it's cool. You could be like me. You could just yell at people. It's perfectly fine.
I am a teacher, so I do have experience at yelling.
There you go. Oh, you need that voice that carries. I'm sure you've got it.
So normally I ask questions like, if your band was in a cartoon, what cartoon series would it be? And what character would play you? Or if they were going to make a rockumentary about your band, who would play you? What actor? But for you guys, I would like to know, if you were from the realm that I'm in, what would your day job be?
Let's see here. What would my day job be? Probably something that requires beating people up. Maybe like a bouncer or something like that. I know they're not really needed right now due to the plague, but that might be something up my alley. Basically, something where I could wear my armor a little bit. I don't know about you, Bovice. What do you think, Bovice? What would you do?
I'd probably be a janitor or something like that, because I'm always cleaning up the realm here.
That's true, yeah.
I'd probably clean up this realm too.
Maybe. It's the Jerusalem's janitor, Bovice. He said it, not me.
See, I don't even know where to go after that. If I were to go on a quest with you, if I made it through that interview and I went on a quest with you, what bands would provide the soundtrack in between battles?
Oh boy, well, probably our local buddies in Greywalker would definitely be one of them, and then we've got some other pals in a band called Lords of the Trident. They would definitely be there.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the more well-known ones, maybe like Necrogoblicon, and personally, like, I really enjoy the Black Dahlia Murder and like Blind Guardian.
Protest the Hero.
Yeah. Well, there's so many to name. Infinite Annihilator has been one of mine that I've liked recently in this realm. Very, very awesome. Very, very tech. That would probably be it.
I would think that's good enough, yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably be it.
Bovice is like, I'm just going to stay in the background. I've heard 3 questions. I know where this is going.
Bovice, yeah, he's a man of few words. He's a holy man, so, he's a paladin. Lawful good. They don't speak much.
So another question I usually ask is if there was an apocalyptic event and only one of your band's songs would survive, which song would it be? But that's not what I'm going to ask you guys. For you, I would like to know, what would the tale be titled? How many tracks would it take you to complete that quest? Or more specifically, how do you come up with a storyline for an album similar to what you did for Maelstrom of the Emerald Dragon?
Yeah, I feel like pretty much at least the ones that hello, fellow Bill, good pastor. We recognize you. He's a warrior that likes us. Yeah, so all of the journeys I've been a part of, basically the world was about to end or ending. So that's not really too far off. Just basically anytime there's a cataclysmic event, we are summoned. We had that
it's our cross to bear, right?
Yeah, that's we actually split up as a party before this, and we were all enjoying the peace. And then if you saw, the pixie man Tony Floaty, he came and he reassembled the warriors, and then we went on a quest, and you could hear we were summoned by a great magic man Dan, and you could hear that on the album in the interludes. So I don't know. The next one we'll see. We'll see what it's called. Maybe something about a cataclysm.
The first cataclysm, we could tell that story.
The first, we already went through the first cataclysm, but what is it? Time is it's a construct, right? It's not real. We can just we might go back to it. Who knows?
So those went really fast. I expected. Okay, that's good though, because I'll just ask you more questions.
All right, keep them coming.
So I know JT wears that helmet when he's, Overlord Brom. I apologize. Overlord Brom.
Okay, yeah. Does
he keep that thing on the whole show?
Yeah. If
he cannot reveal his face.
Yes. In the earlier days, I feel like Overlord Brom would maybe take his helmet off and transport to another realm. I think he was possessing a man prior to actually physically being here through the helmet. But now it's pretty much all helmet all the time.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
and I noticed the reddish orange glow coming out of it.
Right. That means he's now taken over that poor man's body and is in this world now.
Right.
Is what happened. Yeah.
When you guys are preparing for battle, how long is this, what's your pre-show look like?
Oh, we usually need about 3 pre-battles to get back into fighting shape before a big show. Basically, yeah, we'll head over to Overlord Brahms, and he's got a big, little arena there for us to practice in, and then we just kind of decide what glorious tales we want to sing about,
right, and
then kind of go from there.
How do you decide who you're going to ally with on a night?
Well, sometimes the allies find us, believe it or not, we are often paired with similar folk who look a little bit different in this realm. When they come through, we had a show booked with Cybertronic Spree. If you're familiar with them, I believe they are from the future, and they dress like robots. I think they're like Transformers or something you call them. But yeah, we've got a couple go-tos in this realm. Obviously, Greywalker, which is where our peasant friend Colt Edwin, his descendants actually in that band too. So it's kind of crazy the timelines mixed like that. And we would definitely say Greywalker, our friends in Claymore. Who else? Geez, when Bit Brigade comes to town, we're always supporting them. Just kind of whomever wants to do battle, really, as long as it's within, it works with our battle schedules, and it's not pulling us out of the dungeon or something.
That's actually how I became familiar with Bloody Seaman. Overlord Brom put me in touch with them, and for those of you that have not heard that interview, you can go check it out on the website. Usually when I get asked what's the funniest episode and what's the worst episode, it's that one. It's the same one.
Yes. Overlord Brom is not known. much for his words. And
No, this is good. It wasn't over. It's the bloody semen one.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Being yelled at for 30 minutes in pirate from someone who's not really participating in the interview was not something I could handle. So thank you for not yelling at me.
Yeah. Good job, Bovice. He's keeping his insanity, in check tonight.
Oh, for sure.
Sometimes he goes insanity level 10.
Yeah, that's
horrible.
not pretty.
Yeah, he just will not be quiet. He glows red.
See, I don't think I could come in because when into the band as we were discussing earlier, because you already have a paladin, and when I play Diablo, which is video game here in this realm, I'm always the paladin.
Yeah, I think they actually based that paladin off of Bovice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like the general structure.
So tonight we're gonna play your song "Escape from Wolf Mountain." What can you tell me about it? I know that all the songs tell a story, but what was happening in that particular point in that quest?
Yeah, so that one was given to us by a 3-headed bog witch, which if you listen to the album, you could kind of hear our banter with those pleasant ladies, which they were not. We'll just leave it at that. We'll keep it at PG for you guys. And and yeah, so basically they tasked us with getting a chalice for them. And the chalice was at the top of Wolf Mountain, which is a mountain that only appears under a full moon. Excuse me. And if we did not get the chalice before the full moon went down and the sun came up, it would vanish and we would basically be stuck there for eternity. And the next poor soul who tried to come onto the mountain, we would probably try to trap there with us because we'd probably get bored. But, it was, there was a lot more than just wolves on the mountain too. But overall, the wolves were the most fearsome adversary. And we're actually going to be releasing something called a music video, I think is what you guys call it here, for this song in the near future. So you can really actually see how the battle went down.
All right, so before we listen to the battle, Joe popped in and was commenting on how awesome your release the other day was. And
thank you very much, Sir Joe.
Oh yes, Joe, I recognize the skeleton warrior penguin. Yes, thank you. The peasant, yes.
He was very shitty.
He was, yes, the peasant. He is hopefully he will be less like that in the future, but
under my tutelage.
Yeah, right. Bovice has his hands full because I'm not going to help him out, basically.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break. We're going to listen to Escape from Wolf Mountain by Dethlehem. We're going to pair that with 9-Stitch Method and their new song, Agoraphobic, and then we'll be right back. For those of you that are hanging out in the chat, feel free to keep interacting. That's awesome. But also know that you're not going to get to hear the music right now because Facebook has a habit of muting the videos when you play, which Dethlehem may have fought that battle recently.
We're still fighting it, yes.
But if you want to hear the music and the other tracks that are played on the podcast, you can check it out by going to parockshow.com or any of the streaming stations that I mentioned at the beginning of the show. And it'll come out 6 a.m. on this Friday. And if the first time it streams on the radio station is Friday night at 8 p.m. on buildthescene.com, which is my site, but it's all over the world. So you can find out all that information. Just go to parockshow.com or buildthescene.com, but there you have to navigate to find it. Anyway, so now we're going to come back in as if we had heard the music. And I have another handful of questions for the...
Perfect. That was very quick. That's the quickest battle.
But they're different questions, right? That's
right.
All right, here we go. Okay, that was Dethlehem and Escape from Wolf Mountain, followed by 9-Stitch Method and their song Agoraphobic. I told you I was going to mess that up, and you did that.
Just help me. I'm trying to wait from you. Help you out here.
All right, so my next question is, can you tell me about an embarrassing moment that you've had during a quest?
Oh, sure.
Embarrassing moment. Do you have one? Bovice has a bunch of embarrassing moments.
Yeah,
let's have you tell one.
One time I forgot my my gear
Oh,
when we were. I
correct.
think they call it a tour in
Yes.
this realm.
We were on this was before I was even in the party. So.
Right. I was I was ill prepared for battle, and we had to visit a store that you call what is it, Party City or something like that, and had to get pretty much a peasant's clothes to wear. And
yes, he was shamed every evening, every battle. He was shamed because he lost his armor.
I was, yes, a lot of food and different things thrown at me on stage, and
well deserved though.
Yeah, it was.
Before you take a shot at that answer, I do have to tell you, just because I did borrow my son's costume earlier, which kind of goes along with your story. He was like, "Why do you need it?" So I brought your band up, and I left my headphones plugged in so he couldn't hear. But he goes, "Is that real chainmail?"
It is. Yes.
Of course, it's real chainmail.
So he was excited.
Yes, we get very sweaty after battle. Believe it or not, this stuff is. People are always like, "Whoa, I can't believe you're wearing real stuff," and I'm like, "What? Where? What other kind of armor do you wear here? I don't understand." So,
do you have an embarrassing moment, or
do I have one? Oh, geez. So we were doing a battle at Replay Effects, which is, if you're not familiar, it is a giant. I believe they call them pinball machines or pinball. It's a giant festival of those in Pittsburgh, PA, and a witch had placed a curse on me earlier that evening, and I went to the local the alchemist, I think at the CVS or whatever, and they recommended I get this pink substance, the Pepto something or other, and so I took that. They said that would help.
Oh, man.
they said that would help with the demons inside, and it did, but unfortunately they all just came out on stage, and I actually had to have.
Luckily, Bone Crush was there.
Yeah, Lord Bone Crush was there from another realm, and he helped me finish that battle. So, and even a few warriors in the crowd were like, "Whoa, that's really metal of him," and I was like, "What does that mean?" Okay, sure. Thank you.
So it's kind of like a Guara.
Yes.
A Guara show.
I guess so. Yeah, unintentionally. Yes.
For those who don't know, Bone Crush, he was basically the one that told the tales before Brutalitas here.
Right. Lord Bone Crush is we don't want to ruin anything for you, but maybe listen to the new album. You'll get the story only on the Bandcamp version though, so that'll kind of tell you some things about Lord Bone Crush.
If I remember correctly, he had like a red eye, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a battle wound right
yes.
here. I've heard that, sometimes if you're traveling through realms, though, it might heal. I don't know. But
it does.
If you were given a quest to take over all the world's stages, which two unsigned bands or bands of warriors would you ally with to accomplish that quest?
I think that's pretty easy. I think we actually already mentioned them.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's what.
Yeah, it would definitely be our buddies, Lords of the Trident and Greywalker.
Yes, for sure.
And if one of those guys, I don't know. I think they would be great to have in the party because we have the Greywalker guys. They're familiar with this realm, and plus Cold Headwind's descendant is in it, so he can kind of hang out and have some family time and stuff. And then the Lords of the Trident are from all over, so they get how we feel. And they're all dressed all crazy too, and I'm pretty sure the Fang is kind of from where Dethlehem is, and then they've got some other guys. They look like they're from they're vampires or something, and one's a ninja, I think. I don't know, but anyways, we mesh well.
You're getting some suggestions in the chat room there.
A Band of Orcs,
wow.
we a Band of Orcs is fantastic, but I don't think they travel the realms anymore. I haven't seen anything from them in a long time, so they're definitely one of them, though. They are, normally we don't get along with orcs, but those guys seem pretty rad.
I just got done watching your release last Friday. It was awesome, and I probably had the same reaction on that little cliffhanger there towards the end that everybody else had. But what's your best guess on how many hours went into making
Ugh.
that album from the time that you started coming up with the storyline until that Facebook Live happened?
Yeah, that's quite a bit. I don't know, man. It was over the course of kind of 5 years, and our work on it kind of ebbed and flowed, just with our lives and stuff. There's a lot of quests and side quests in between that we had to complete. But yeah, we went through. We had some other party members like come and go. Durok Magic Fist, he actually helped on some of this journey, so shout out to him, wherever he may be in the realm. And our previous warrior Hildor, of course, is still helping out here and there. And he's in the, I think you guys call it the hills of Sweden, I think. That's where he is now residing. So a lot of metal there, so that's pretty cool. He may be scouting for warriors or something. I don't really know, but yeah.
When I was watching that, and I've done a very minimum amount of video editing because I hate it, and I'm watching this going, oh man, I can't imagine. Yeah. Which warrior does that part of it?
So Overlord Brahm does a lot of the video editing. I will help him with the graphical spells, though, and I dabble in the editing as well. We all kind of have our own little thing that helps the band, outside of the band.
Now, do you pick up that experience while you're battling, or was that from a previous life?
I think it was from a previous life. Yeah,
absolutely.
See, I opened that right up for the paladin, and all I got was absolutely.
Yeah. I told you, he speaks with his fingers,
Can you quickly share your social media links, where your music can be found online, and anything that you might have scheduled coming up? And I know that last part is difficult right now.
Yeah. So Dethlehem.bandcamp.com is where you could get the full experience of Maelstrom of the Emerald Dragon. That's the only place. And that's also where you could get the physical CDs and vinyl. And we're going to have some other merch popping up there too. We actually just put our previous quest, Destroyers of the Realm, on vinyl. That's incredibly limited numbers on that one. And that's up there as well. Dethlehem basically everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I think there's a TikTok now. I have nothing to do with that though. So, for the young warriors out there, I think Overlord Brahm is running that one. So good luck with that. But yeah, we're on that. I think that's everywhere.
Yes.
We may. I think in the future we may harness a spell of Patreon. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how that goes. But something to consider for us for sure. We always leverage Kickstarter when we do these, and the support's great, and you guys come out and really help us do stuff we couldn't normally do. As for the future, coming off the Kickstarter, we are the final reward, the final loot drop was that there would be a short Dethlehem movie. So that's the next thing we're working on. That's the next thing in line as far as our quest log goes. We're working on a movie. We've got some ideas for it. We wanted to get Maelstrom of the Emerald Dragon out first before we really dove into that head first. But now that it's finally out and unleashed, that's going to be our next focus. And like I said earlier, Escape from Wolf Mountain, we have a really, really cool video coming out for that, which we don't quite have a date on, but I would expect sometime late this month, maybe mid next month, if I had to guess. But once you see it, you'll understand why I can't quite give a specific date, because a lot of time and effort was put into that by a warrior of this realm who saw us and wanted to pay us tribute, basically.
Cool. So I have two more questions. One of them I planned, and one of them just popped into my head.
Okay.
So, what's the story behind that wound on your face?
Oh, that's the Eye of the Abyss. That's from the last album. So basically, if you listen to Destroyers of the Realm, excuse me, we fought what ended up being my brother Nightmare, who was also afflicted by this curse. Basically, when we were children just playing, he wanted more power, and he came across a rune that we were told never to meddle with, and he did like an idiot. And I tried pushing him out of the way, got cursed. He got fully cursed. We had to kill him. And basically, I can see it to the abyss now, and I can.
It was that simple. It was that simple.
That was so nonchalant. We had to kill him.
Yeah, he deserved it. It's fine. And but now I can see into the other realm with this, and it's pretty scary there. So but that's the story behind it.
That's awesome. Hey, last question. And I'm finally going to give you a small chance to jump out of your character. Step into your alter egos for a moment and tell me something that your fans would be surprised to know about each of you. And I'll give you an example. I had someone in a metal band tell me that they wrote a children's book. So it can be anywhere.
Normally, okay, so hey, what's up? This is my real voice. Hence the coughing when I do the other one. That's probably the longest we've stayed in character for a long time. And I don't know. Normally, this is the weird thing I tell people. But I don't know.
Yeah, one's out of the bag.
Yeah, but Bovice, anything?
Yeah, basically, I guess I play in. I don't just play metal. I play in like a 80s cover band,
Yeah.
a 90s cover band. It's not just all shred for me.
You can name drop if you want. That's
well, the 90s band. We're actually just forming right now, so we don't even have a name yet. But my 80s band, we do 60s, 70s, 80s, and current, and that's called Identity Crisis.
Okay.
Yeah, that would probably be what I would say for me. Yeah.
Oh, I don't really know what would be weird for me. Oh, I do a Twitch stream. That's not really weird. I mean, that's kind of almost like you would expect that I would play video games. But I do it with the previous singer, Lord Bone Crush, a.k.a. Brian. So we're like best buds, even though So I didn't become friends with him until I replaced him in the band, which is odd. But now I'm like, talk to him every day. We actually work together for a little bit. We do a Twitch stream. It's definitely 18 plus. I don't even think I should say the name, but we did a big I don't know if you're familiar with the Mario Kart drinking game. There's a drinking game associated with Mario Kart, and we did a big tournament for it, and we did it live on Twitch, and we ended up raising almost $4,000 for Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh, and
nice.
Got a lot of stuff, accomplished a lot of really good things with this really not PG name. So it was really funny to donate nice things under this I'll just leave it at that.
So there is a question from the Peanut Gallery. They want to know if you play on Xbox or PlayStation.
Here we go. Ready? PC all the way. Get out of here with that. How dare you?
I love that answer.
PC Master Race.
I'm using a Dell to do this. Not a Mac.
Yeah.
My guess is that Overlord Brahm probably has a Mac.
He does.
Yes,
I also
absolutely.
use one as well for work, but I have a PC for my leisurely
likewise.
Stuff.
Yeah, you can't accomplish what you guys were doing with what I have. Well, you can. It just takes longer.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you guys for coming on, and hopefully this was as fun for you as it was for me.
Yes, it was.
That was definitely the best of the three that I've done with people in character.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Yeah, thanks for having us too. We appreciate
absolutely.
it.
This was fun.
And this is probably 13 years later, so I have some more XP on
right,
it.
Yeah, we've all leveled up considerably.
Ty Christian's on there.
Yeah, Ty was on earlier.
I didn't even see that earlier.
That's our buddy from Lords of the Trident.
Oh, nice.
On Facebook, so check them out. They're awesome.
So what I'm going to do on this episode, and I'm going to leave the video live for a little bit, but I'll be cutting from here. But I'm trying to play mostly new metal that I've gotten recently, and I got a lot of it. Usually I play about anywhere between 3 and 6 songs. So this show probably could have been renamed a Pennsylvania Metal Show. This one episode, but the agoraphobic song by Nine Stitch Method. It's close enough that I can put them back to back.
Nice.
But you'll be able to tell it's not the same subgenre.
Yeah, we like we were just on the X, and it's like, you know, we love that the guys there support us, but it's like it's pretty heavy for the X. So we're like, I love hear. It's cool to hear it on there. Like, you know, I'm like, Dad, my song's on the radio. Check it out, and it's like really cool. And it's you know, we used to be like the house band before I was in the band a long time ago, and it's awesome that all those guys, you know, some of those guys there still, you know, help us out, and that's really awesome of them, and helps us reach kind of like an audience maybe that we wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah, I don't normally do this, but I'm going to rattle off the tracks I've lined up so far. There's a band, this one not so much metal, but new, so I want to get it in there. 6 Speed Kill. They call themselves speed rock.
Interesting.
The song is called Under the Gun. And then Helios, which is Tim, I want to say his last name's Aymar, Aymar. He does vocal lessons, and he hasn't been in a band for a long time, and when you hear it, you're going to wonder why. That track's called Hellbender. It's kind of like classic metal, like
cool, like heavy metal.
Like, yeah, expect like Dio-ish.
Totally on board with Dio. Yeah.
Then you guys.
Nice.
Nine Stitch Method, Agoraphobic. Then this band out of Latrobe, they're called Tyrant.
Oh yeah, heard of them.
They're young.
They hit us up, and we just like it hasn't aligned to like actually play a show, and they are young. They're good though. I've definitely heard them.
Their song is Devoid of All Life Incarnate.
Brutal.
And then I think I might throw in Savager. They're not really metal, but fairly new music. And I think I'm going to throw some Greywalker in too, because I definitely have them. And
nice.
You mentioned them a few times.
Yeah, there are buds. You know, like I said, you know, Colt is in both bands. You know, the one guy, the lead singer of them, actually helped us film some of the thing you saw on Friday.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he's actually in the end for a minute. If you came back after it got cut off, you could see him like pop in during the credits.
I multitask, so
yeah.
I was watching it, but I also have 3 kids running around.
Right, yeah.
And my wife goes live at 9, so I was
yeah,
I was running around getting that stuff ready too. I literally there's a green screen behind me. There's studio lighting. There's literally a little studio here, and
nice.
You know, and it's usually semi set up, but I was setting some things up while that was going on.
That's all good. Yeah, still appreciate the support. It was really cool to have like about 100 people in it the entire time. So it's really hard to get that kind of support online, even, and we really appreciate it.
Even when you lost the connection and came back, I think I saw 60 some at one point.
Yeah, we ended up getting even more than half back, which was awesome because it was, you know, this is the end. We almost did it, and then of course it couldn't all go smoothly, right?
But it really was like I was sitting there in awe going, I can't believe they put this time into this. It was awesome.
Yeah, we're really happy about it, and we're gonna actually get all those videos up separately on YouTube, so they'll eventually be up with sound again. Hopefully, Facebook actually does something about the video. We have a ticket in with them, but who knows? I found a playlist for that already, and I have it embedded in the show notes. Nice.
So I did some research today. Because I first went to the video and I saw that it was still. It's gotta be somewhere.
It was so hard to even find how to like submit the like.
Oh, it's near impossible to do with Facebook.
That's awful, but yeah. So lesson learned, I guess.
Here, I'll give you another lesson to learn from Facebook. 2 things. 1, don't take your almost 3,000 friends on Facebook and invite them all to one thing at the same time.
Oh no, never do that. Yeah,
because then you can't invite for like a week.
Yeah.
I did that recently. And also, when you find one of those places that sounds too good to be true that says share to all your groups at one time.
Oh yeah,
don't do that either.
Nope. Yeah, we don't do any of that. We get the actual likes. We're not like trying to, you know, pay for anything to help us out, that kind of thing.
What I was trying to do, I'll explain that one. You know how like when you try and share to a group, you can share to one group at a time.
Okay.
Well, I was
Gotcha.
trying to share an episode of the show, and I was like, "Oh, this is so tedious." So I Googled and I found a site that said share to, I think it was like 100 groups at once, and I was like, "Okay, I'll try it." Yeah, I couldn't share for about 3 weeks that time.
Nice.
Apparently, it was coming from Russia, and so my information went to Russia and then came back on a Russian IP. They didn't like that so much.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't. Yeah.
But hey, it's been fun. I'm actually going to start editing tonight because I had that much fun. Usually I put it off, but
Awesome.
edit tonight. It'll be out 6 a.m. on Friday morning. If you just go to buildthescene.com or parockshow.com, it's going to be at the top. You'll see it. It'll be your album cover. So
Great.
It's easy to find.
Yeah, we'll share it out.
And thanks again. And I'll let you guys go. I know one of you has to be at work very soon.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Let me stop the broadcast here.